If your US bank account just got closed, that's really tough. You might think that there's no way to recover. But I've helped hundreds of clients through this exact situation, and we're gonna go through some steps that you should take as like next steps if your accounts in the US just got closed. So the first thing we wanna start doing as we jump into it is to see why they closed your account. Oftentimes they won't tell you. If Mercury closes your account, they're just going to say, we decided to cut our bank relationship with you. And most banks won't really tell you, but let's think about what you were doing with the account, where you were sending the money, who you were paying, what you were doing. And from there, you can kind of see how they got to that decision. Were you getting paid by a shady source? Were you trying to do business with someone? You sent them money. Maybe they're flagged. Maybe they're under investigation. Maybe they tainted your account. Think about what you did to get this account closed, obviously, so we can avoid doing it in the future. Next, what we want to do is run right into securing the funds that we had in the account. So most of my clients are working with these fintech banks, are working with Mercury. I've had accounts closed at a lot of banks. I've had accounts closed at Mercury, at Chase, at Bank of America, at Wells Fargo, and I'll tell you how they all do it. It's different with all the banks. Mercury is probably the best because they'll say, where do you want to send the funds? You give them a new account number, a new routing number, and they send the funds to that account. And they send it over there and you kind of move on and it's over. If you get your account closed at Bank of America or at Chase or Wells Fargo, they're typically going to mail you a check to your address. Now, I'm talking to a client last week and his colleague's account got closed. His colleague's not in the US, but he was here. And the check got mailed to the wrong address and they had to chase it down, file a police report. It was a whole mess. So you need to make sure you have the right address on file all the time, because if they decide to close your account and they mail your funds and cashier's check to the address and it's not a right address, then it could be a huge headache for you. I wouldn't say the funds would be lost, because if someone takes them, that's fraud and it's very trackable, but it's a huge headache that we don't want to deal with. We already have to find a new bank. So that's a huge issue. So all of the main physical banks are going to do it like that. RelayFi kind of does it like that as well. I'm hoping that more banks adopt the Mercury style policy where you give them an account number and a routing number, they send it there and it's over. We don't have to deal with any checks. So after we've contacted the bank, we've tried to get some information, tried to talk somebody, and then we evaluate why we might have gotten our account closed and we've secured our funds. Now we need to see what we're going to do moving forward. I mean, we've already looked at all of this to see why accounts got closed. Now what accounts are we going to use moving forward? And hopefully you have a backup account. I recommend to everybody that works with me, every one of our clients, that they have at least a minimum of 2 active accounts. If someone has 2 accounts and one gets closed, then we start looking to another bank to open up another account. Even if it's just an account that you just keep some money in, you need to have a backup account, because if you do not have a bank account, you cannot get paid. It makes it very difficult to get paid if you don't have a bank account. No one's going to mail you cash. It's not advisable. There's other banks that you can look into. Obviously the fintech banks we've been working a lot with, Mercury, Relay Financial, Slash has been really fun. I think I did a video about them like last week or the week before. Highbeam has been around. They're kind of complicated. There's a lot. There's all these other small fintech banks you can try, and those are great because you don't have to go to the bank. Going to the bank is the worst. I don't like going to the bank. I don't want to talk to bankers. I don't want to go somewhere, sit for an hour, talk to someone, and then they say, no, we actually can't open an account. Waste of everyone's time. So we try and do the online banks. Even for my friends located in the US, for myself, I'm in the US, I'm still using online bank accounts. I'm still using RelayFi for my business, and it's been a great experience. So you need to get another bank account open. And if you're evaluating your account, you're using a registered agent office, and that may be why a registered agent address, and maybe that's why your account got closed the first time. Maybe you need to get a better address, or maybe you need to work with someone to get an introduction to a different bank. We have some clients who do high-risk businesses. They're selling supplements, and they have accounts closed at banks, and they're like, we need an account. Well, we've been introducing clients to different regional banks, smaller banks that will take on clients on a more personalized level. Sure, the apps have less tools, but you're going to know the bankers are going to know you, the bank's going to know what you're doing, where you're from, what you're doing. You can reduce the likelihood of your account getting randomly closed because they appreciate the clients. Sure, they require oftentimes bigger deposits, but this is a lot of what we're doing every day, is try to find the right banking fit for our clients in every situation, whatever industry they are, or wherever country they're from. Because there are options to open these accounts remotely too at Bank of America or Chase or at some of the smaller regional banks, but you have to know the right people and go through their processes as well. Traveling to the US is really obnoxious to have to come and open a bank account, and even now it's not guaranteed like it was before, and I'm going to make another update video about the banks. Now, you have your second bank account, your backup bank account set up. What do we have to do next? Because there's more steps. Now you need to change your automatic deposits and your automatic withdrawals. Stripe was making payouts to the other bank. You need to change it so Stripe's now paying out to your new bank account so that you actually get your money. Fiverr or Upwork or whatever you use to pay people. I use Upwork. Upwork's great. I have some great people on Upwork. They like it. It's a cool platform. You should get a sponsorship from them. But if you pay, you have to change how you're paying them. You have to change how you're paying off your credit card. You have to change all the automated stuff. So check your accounting, look at all the transactions, see what's kind of automated, and then change those so that it's connected to the new bank account so it works there. So consider professional help. You know, obviously we help clients with this. If you have already exhausted your issues and you're stuck, we help non-residents, specifically people outside the US, getting these accounts open. It's much more complicated when you're not in the US and you're trying to open US bank accounts. For Bobby down the street, my neighbor, he can just go to 10 different banks on a Saturday, well, on a Friday, Saturday not really a good bank day, and just apply to banks to get something open. But for my non-resident friends, you need to make sure you have the right addresses, the right information, your company's set up the right way so that you have the highest odds possible to get these accounts open. So many people come to me after opening in a company at a doula or at a Northwest or Inkfile. They open a company there and they can't get any accounts open, so they come to me, and then we have to change the address with the state. We have to change the address with the IRS so that we're using a good business address that hasn't been used by 10,000 other people so that we can get these accounts open with a higher degree of certainty. Hopefully this is helpful. Hopefully you don't have to watch this because your accounts never get shut down. I want the best for you guys, but sometimes it happens. I honestly, like I told you, it's happened to me various times. I send money internationally. I do international business. I get wires from crazy places. I send wires to crazy places. Not crazy, but you know, like I get money from Kazakhstan, I send money to Panama, and they're like, what is this? Close it. If you're in the same boat as me, I hope you don't get the accounts closed, but if you do, I'd love the chance to help you get new accounts open and get everything done the right way. Or if you're uncertain about your tax filings or the positions or how to operate your business or where to send your money, schedule a free call at jamesbakercpa.com/schedule. You can talk to my team for free. You can pay to talk to me. I'd love to speak with you, give you some advice on how to operate and how to do everything. Thank you for being on the video. Another one under 10 minutes. Have a great day, everyone. Like and subscribe. 89% of you guys that watch this video aren't subscribed. So if you're watching to this point, just subscribe. Do your boy a favor. I'm here to help. Thanks. I'll see you on the next video.